Welcome back to the original Bama Football Tailgate Show, getting you set for the Crimson Tide and the Georgia Bulldogs. Alabama somehow ranked number 8, despite winning a lot of football games here lately, including the Iron Bowl on Saturday a week ago. And number 1, Georgia. They've won 29 straight games. The last time they lost was 2021 against the Crimson Tide in this game. So 3 o'clock kickoff, we'll be covering it for you. I want to remind you that our drive to a championship is brought to you by Genesis of Tuscaloosa. Barry Buckner and his staff bring you award-winning service right on Hargrove Road and Skyland Boulevard. Find out for yourself. Go check out Genesis today. It's always great to talk to my partner on Roll Tide Pods, another YouTube channel. Elephant in the Room is our show, and you guys know him, quarterback of the 2015 National Championship, and also a great show host, Jake Coker.
I got the superhero with me, so I just am along for the ride. Oh
man, we've had a good time doing our show. We're the opposite of short. We, like do 20 minutes, do 30 minutes,
Sorry.
Like an hour and 30, It's fun talking football. I mean, what a season it's been so far.
I know. Ups and downs. Who would have ever thought Alabama would be where we are after beating South Florida by 7 points, you know? And again, it's becoming one of those trends where when we lose early, I mean, it's been a trend for a long time. You lose early and people start doubting the quarterback, and Alabama tends to come back and really grow pretty strong as a team and win a lot of big games.
Yeah, you had to go through that. You went through the same thing in 15. You guys lost early to Ole Miss, and then you took over as quarterback. A very similar, career path as Jalen Milrose dealt with this year.
Yeah, there's something to, I think Kirby and Georgia are in a much harder spot than Alabama, being a 2-time national champion, supposed to come in there and win the whole thing again. Did you say 26-game win streak?
29.
29. Don't think that's been done since USC back in 2001 with Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart. Be first time ever to win 3 in a row. So a lot of pressure there, to be able to, as we mentioned, the same scenario back in 2015, to be able to, go through all that adversity. I think it really builds a team together, and you feel like you're fighting against the whole world, and everybody's really close, becomes really good friends. And, just adds fuel to the fire for Alabama. I love our opportunity Saturday. I think we're going to show up and play a lot better than we did against Auburn.
What'd you think about the Auburn finish? What was that like for you? What were you doing, and were you surprised? Did you see it coming?
No, I was ready to go start drinking on the back porch. And,
a stiff brown water drink.
Yeah, I was sitting on the couch.
But then you drank one anyway.
That's right. I was a lot happier about it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It was a celebration drink instead of, drinking with a purpose.
Yeah, right. It's still incredible. What's it going to take for Alabama to beat Georgia today? What are they going to have to do to take out the dogs that are so sound? They're a lot like the teams that Kirby coached the defense on at Alabama.
If our front seven doesn't get dominated up front, I hate to say that about the Iron Bowl, but when you look at it, I mean, when they had a hat on a hat, we didn't win one-on-one matchups up front, and there wasn't a whole lot of penetration. Auburn was very, very prepared for it, but they also executed. And there's you can be as prepared as you want to. If you don't execute, you're not going to win. And I want to see us, come back and be dominant up front, keep them from running the ball. And I think if we force them to throw the ball the whole game, with their quarterback not being a dual threat guy, I really like our opportunity at containing him and keeping them, scoring lower points than usual.
Is Brock Bowers the best tight end that you've ever seen play college football? Because I'm going to tell you, we had some good ones. You had a great one. This guy, I mean, and that's not taking anything away from O.J. Howard or Irv Smith. Ozzie Newsome. I guess he might have been a receiver back then, but whatever.
Well,
I mean, this guy's like amazing.
But no, the thing about Brock Bowers is that, again, throughout the Coach Saban era, you've always had iconic receivers to throw to, and you could really spread it around. Georgia's they do have some really good receivers, but Brock Bowers is, far and away the best receiver on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter. I mean, you watch that Auburn game, they won by 7. Everybody in the whole stadium, everybody watching it on TV knows where the ball's going, and you can't stop him. Body control, awareness, knowing where to set routes down and use his body to protect himself in tight windows. The guy's got it all. He literally, you can't, and he blocks pretty well too. I don't think there's a weakness in his game.
Been some classics between Alabama and Georgia in the SEC championship game. I think next year the significance of this game drops dramatically because of the college football playoff. It wouldn't make sense for these teams to play in this game because they would both be in the playoff. They wouldn't have to do this, and they could eliminate themselves with a loss, right? But it's the heyday, and this may be the last of the heyday games of this SEC championship. Started in 92. You were there in 2015 against Florida. Alabama seems to have played a lot of games against the Gators. You guys beat Florida. What was the experience like?
That was the old Georgia Dome, and playing in there was like playing on a driveway.
The turf was hard. Huh?
When we got out of that game, I felt like I'd been in multiple motorcycle crashes. I mean, I had my from wrist to elbow, knee to ankle, just was it road rash?
Yeah.
I mean, getting the
strawberries.
Oh yeah, you had to take a cold shower afterwards because it would just burn so bad.
Oh yeah.
And I no, it was just riding up to that stadium, getting that feel for the SEC championship, actually getting to play in it. That was my first time starting in a championship atmosphere, and something I'll never forget. It was like you said, against Florida, and we were favored in that game. We felt pretty good about it. Started out pretty slow, but one of the better games I remember just because it was an SEC championship.
Yeah, I was there. I got the ticket stub in the lunchbox behind me, where I keep all my ticket stubs. What a great year though. I mean, it seems like it wasn't that long ago. But Alabama's been to this game 15 times now, and they got a 10-4 record. Be nice to get one more.
What's the record since? I saw a crazy stat. We're undefeated since
2008.
Yeah, and we're like 8-0.
Yeah, and I'll never forget leaving there that day when the people wearing jorts and Crocs and wife beaters were just chomping at me everywhere I turned.
Gator bait. How many times have you called gator bait?
I'm just kidding. They were so rude and obnoxious, but you know what? There was something nice about it because that was the beginning of us being back for good.
Oh yeah.
It's just kind of like walking out. Like the team didn't win, but man, we were close.
Oh yeah.
And then the next year they won, and it kind of changed everything. But the 2008 game was the last one.
That was such a. I mean, we'd been losers for so long.
I know.
I mean. In Alabama, it sucks. It sucks to say that.
No. I was doing the show at Innisfree, and I had Barron on, and I go, "What was it that we went from chumps to champs?" And he got quiet. He goes, Mick, we were never chumps. And I go, I'm just kidding. It's a figure of speech. I swear I didn't mean it like that.
He was there for the whole thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like it got real serious. It was like the time I asked Dante Wilder about this knockout that he had that was like really quick. It was like the first, like 23-second knockout or something. And he got real quiet and he goes, I could kill a man with if I hit him in the right spot. It's like, I love Deontay. I mean,
you're like, all right, we're done.
Yeah, I'm not quite Howard Cosell in this interview right now. But yeah, I mean, something happened, man. It was the process. The process happened, and I feel like this season, this was what the process is all about.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, again, you watched a complete and total transformation. We've mentioned it many times on our show. watching a team grow like that makes you feel like you're a part of the process. And that's what you want to see. Coach Saban, you can tell he loves coaching this team. And, I mean, again, I know the line's 4 or 5. I'm taking us, and I'd probably throw some
6.
6 now.
Yeah,
I like it even more.
Yeah, me too. I like Nick Saban as an underdog. Well, Jake, we're going to keep on doing our show, Roll Tide Pods, part of Disrupt the Media with Lance Taylor, Dunaway, and Brown. Those guys, we really appreciate the opportunity to do that and promote our show here on the Tailgate Show. But check it out on YouTube, and we'll keep talking football and a lot of other stuff. Sometimes we get sidetracked.
Yeah, we might start talking about aliens.
Yeah, you guys don't even know. That's a topic for another day. Right now, I'm going to tell you we'll be back to the floor Bama after this to preview Alabama and Georgia. But first, I want to remind everyone that this is the original Bama Football Tailgate Show. And again, it's presented by Tuscaloosa Hyundai, the Elantra, the Sinatra, or an SUV like the Kona, the Tucson, the Santa Fe. Tailgating doesn't get any better. Plus, no side stickers. And some of these are made right here in Alabama. And the Santa Fe, right now, special. If you have the qualifying credit score, no interest for up to 5 years. So that's right now in this economy, that is one heck of a deal right now. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk more about the Crimson Tide and the Georgia Bulldogs. The original Bama Football Tailgate Show rolls on.